Seems like the stories here never have a happy ending.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
You really are here, Neverland. I didn't think you were going to...
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to... In any case, you came at a good...
Aw, Paimon. All right, let's have it. Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming... But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over... Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of... But so long as those... In other words, when I gave my verdict,
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him. As for the judgment passed, whether it was due to...
Guess Focalor had... Hey, Honest, back when Fontaine...
Life has always flowed like...
Yeah, Lynette said the...
In truth, those Oceanid...
Paimon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left.
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed... Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time, but now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal...
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full...
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of...
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power, as such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro... Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer...
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all...
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's a...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what... As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to...
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an... There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the end...
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you...
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now.
What complicated considerations! Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had... We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't. I can finally catch the scent of your... It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite... I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what...
You should have the
Remains?
Huh.
Well, that much is but I fear I have never heard of it described in the...
I've been training with my... It is only natural for the... Regardless, to live in itself is a blessing.
What do you mean?
No need to fret. These are just...
This third
Master never mentioned... If you're interested, though, I could...
Next time. You believe we will meet
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I?
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass...
The remains of the... So that's what the no-sees actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play...
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here. I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one. That means that the no-sees, which are exceedingly element-compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. No, let's not think about this stuff right now. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third Descender and all. That's what you say, but this time... Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like...
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth. Life flows like water. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon... It seems from your expressions that you still have... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right.
Leaving aside their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has ceased to function. As such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully
no commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? Paimon's just be...
Actually,
don't worry.
to put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their music. But the troupe has also... That's right. There are only a
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you... Even if we took the commission, neither of us...
If you're interested in helping, why not start by maybe you can't fill the role yourselves.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? Paimon approved... Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two! Are you really willing to act in—
Wow, sounds like... but to answer...
Ah, I see. If we can't find someone to step in... All our sets and props are very... If we had a way to make this profitable, things...
Disband? You're splitting up the...
Oh, I guess the lady at the... One last show. And after that, nobody wants things to just... Yeah, the leading lady. The show just won't be...
Got it. We have a clearer picture. What if...
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Good point. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... That's how you know we're the best of partners. And she's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with...
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous. Her!
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she...
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of... But even if she's no longer the Hydra, she's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Farina might feel a bit out of place in an Well, fair enough. I'm sure everyone... Of course.
No point in stressing about that. And besides, things are different.
Thank you for your help.
Wait, where does Farina...
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Woo!
It is my duty to support...
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, now that we've got...
Oh. There'll be an extra fee.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives... Not that there's anything wrong with it.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating.
Ah! Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now I'm finding that's not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely... Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or blubber profiteroles in no...
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to...
Not yet, maybe, but... Let me first be clear that I'm not taking...
Sorry! We're sorry! Please... Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help?
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with...
Oh, so tell me, what... Ah, I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest... But, given the present
How come? It sounds be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a... Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent in centuries, of course, that can't be undone now. But at least I can say that I know...
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's if I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself. So I'm not going to perform.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. Look, I'm sorry.
Well, is there anything else we can do?
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't... Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really.
It's all right, Farina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried. Yeah, I guess that's all.
Toodaloo.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Farina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now. Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without...
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for...
And that gives you the right...
Shortly after you left... Excuse me.
Sorry. I was just dealing...
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't...
I see. You see, our leading lady...
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get this...
Jeez, is Lady Farina really...
Only joking, calm down. So, despite the fact that we failed to complete the...
Look, this is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to... So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle...
Yes, I'm completely I share every one of us.
You're right.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my... All right, I'm coming.
Farina? Didn't you say you were gonna take...
I was just, when you came to talk with me, and all before I even... I'm sorry.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable... I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after... But in any case, it sounds like...
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean...
There's no need to think like that. And I was wondering, if this troupe is so important, if the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. Everyone seems so devoted.
We all want to believe that, but... everything's been going downhill ever since we...
Her name was O'Reilly.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sense.
She was a loyal fan of your performance. She rallied many people. People loved our
And then disasters.
Yeah. After that, none of us know anything about... It's agonizing.
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist. I suppose it's fair to say then that this...
Yes, exactly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here.
Furry?
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly but only if you feel this is something that would
Oh, most definitely.
We unfortunately don't have any.
I don't need the law only. What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them? An interesting take, for example.
So, you just want to get back in on the
No. This is a completely different situation.
The name's not
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge. All right.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Yep. Hup.
Huh? Lady Farina?
What's Lady Farina doing?
Hello, all. Allow me. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kind. You bet. That was the.
You helped bring our
Oh, please don't
So, you were saying?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's one of our greatest.
Wait, but if it's not finished...
Yeah. We've been battling issues on every front. The protagonist of the. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship. And even. But one day, her true identity was exposed.
So far, so good. A class.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. We need a proper.
We still haven't decided between
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden
Yeah, like they say. But then there's the question.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some. And one. The first is Paulo. The other is Vilmont. He did write to him.
Huh. Although.
What opportunity?
Maybe you're on a.
Our director was constantly singing your praises.
Oh, stop. You're making me. I suspect the reason they're dragging. But one by one.
Makes sense. He went back to Poisson.
I thought the last thing is.
Yeah, maybe...
Poisson. Nothing. I suppose my presence will be. So, allons-y.
Huh?